Welcome back. We've got 7 bonding points. 7. Which means there's going to be 7 events around the place. So let's just make our way up the street, essentially, in that regard. So start at the general store with Laura, then the gardening shop. You get the idea where we're going from there. So, hello, Laura. Oh, hello, Reen. It's rare to see you here by yourself. What's up? I actually found myself rather interested in the store's wares, so I decided to browse for a while. I'm surprised at how enjoyable it's been. Should I join her? Yes, you should. Mind if I join you? Feel free. Maybe this would be a good chance to have you tell me more about the things being sold here. Well, I don't know all that much about them myself.
Mishy!
They have a wide variety of items here on display, most of which I am unfamiliar with. Which leads to a question I'd like to ask you, Reen. What sort of goods and accessories do girls my age tend to like? What? I ask because, well, I've noticed that there's a significant difference between myself and the other girls here. For example, I went shopping with Monica recently, only to find myself searching for equipment to keep my sword in shape. Meanwhile, Monica was fawning over cute accessories and the like. Doesn't this prove that I'm rather strange? Well, you're from different class backgrounds for one thing. That's a difference between you already. But even amongst the other nobles, you are a little bit different. Just as I thought. But this is of no issue. If there's something I lack, then all I need to do is take the opportunity to learn. Now tell me, which of these items here would most likely grab a girl's attention? I mean, I'm not exactly an expert on the subject, but...
Mishishi!
Reen grabbed a cute mascot plush that was sitting on the shelf. How about this Mishi plush? He's a pretty popular character over in Crossbell. Fascinating. He's certainly charming, to say the least. But how about this? Laura grabbed a strap with a blue-haired, muscular man attached to it. This Dogi character has a rather elegant look to him, doesn't he? I assume that's a reference to something that I clearly know nothing about. Of course not, of course not. God damn it, Dogi. I'm 100% sure that most girls wouldn't have any interest in him. Aww, that sounds so harsh, Dogi. Oh, this is more challenging than I had expected. I could imagine several girls being interested in Dogi, at least the Dogi I know from Ys 8. It's like, he's an alright guy. Why would people not be interested in him? Reen and Laura ended up looking at an assortment of products appealing to Laura's unique tastes. In the end, though, they ended up purchasing the Mishi Plushie. I couldn't be more grateful for your assistance, Reen. If it weren't for you, I never would have purchased something so nice. Not a problem. Still, my grasp on what other girls my age like remains tenuous. It seems I have a long and harsh path ahead of me, if I'm ever to truly know. You know, you don't have to force yourself to be like everyone else. Because you aren't like everyone else. You are who you are. And that's exactly why we like you. You've given me a lot to think about today. Let me thank you once again. I'd like for us to go shopping again if you ever have the time. Sure, that would be fun. Indeed it would. Your bond with Laura strengthened. Yay! Oh yeah, level 3, of course. Ooh, cover. What's with the stern look, Fie? Turns out I'll be growing some flowers for the club. But I need to go and get the tools. I see, sounds tough. Kind of rare to see you this serious about something, though. It happens, sometimes. Should I give her a hand? Yes, of course, yes. Just looking at the flower names. Oh no, that's Monday, Tuesday. Is it Monday, Tuesday? No. I think it's just the second words On the list look like they say Tuesday, but... yeah, I think it's just names of flowers, but I can't make them out. The thing above Fie's head, in case you're wondering. Would you like me to help you out? Sure. Have fun. I wasn't offering to do it for you, Fie. Given how many types of plants there are, you've got no shortage of options. Have you got an idea of what you want to raise? Yep. Fie took out a small bag filled with seeds and showed it to Reen. Oh, what are these? Flower seeds. Don't know what they're called, though. Someone gave them to me when I was in the Corps. Had them ever since. Do you know how to raise them, then? Yep, they told me how. They were kind of joking about raising them with love. I don't think they were joking, Fie. I don't know if that was a joke. My mum says the same thing about the plant she grows in our kitchen. So does Adele. I don't know much about love, though. Yeah, that's a whole of a... there's a kettle of fish miles away. Then maybe this is the right time for you to try and raise them. But man, the core sounded so different from the image I've always had in my head. Which again goes back to that point of like, I would have expected, probably out of the people that were there at the time when she revealed she was previously a Jaeger of some sort, that Reen, out of everyone, I feel should have had a stronger initial reaction, at least, just that, like, what? No way! Like something more. Just feels a bit strange. It's almost like he's too accepting. Which, yeah, that kind of makes sense when you get down to it. How so? The way you tell it, you sound like one big family in a sense. I always thought Jaegers were, well, a bit more violent and bloodthirsty, I guess. Maybe I was just being narrow-minded, though. Can't blame you. Everyone's more concerned about the negative reputation Jaegers have than anything else. There are some people who can't even accept their existence. What do you mean? Nothing. Let's hurry up and buy the tools and fertilizer. Good idea. Never seen those seeds before, so let's ask Jane for some advice on the best way to raise them. Reen and Fie bought the tools and fertilizer they needed, after which they made their way back to the Academy's flower bed to plant the seeds. That should do it. They should bloom in a few months if I raise them right. I hope they grow up big and strong. Me too. Oh, also, thanks for the help. Anytime. Oh, so close. Phew. Wow, your clothes are covered with dirt. You're even more into this than I realized. It's just dirt, hardly an issue. It takes a good deal of effort to care for horses. I suppose it's only natural to end up like this. I suppose you're right. Should I give him a hand while I'm here? I mean, yes, of course. Care for a little help? I've got some experience working with horses myself, so how things go a little faster. It must be your hobby to show up unbidden to assist people. It's like, yeah. Your offer does come at an opportune moment, though. I was just about to start washing them, so feel free to join in. Scrub, scrub? Phew. This is every bit as tough as I remember it being. Already think of throwing in the towel? You were the one who offered to help, so don't think I'll let you back out so easily. I know. Aren't you getting a little tired yourself, Jusis? We wouldn't want you to overexert your frail little noble body or anything. Maybe you should go take a nap. What do you take me for? This is nothing. Perhaps if you put as much effort into your work as you did your toothless jokes, we'd be done by now. Shut up, I'm doing just fine. I guess Jusis isn't any friendlier towards girls than he is to guys. I don't know, I feel like it's that sort of thing of like... it's the best way to put it. It's that case of... they're friends but rivals. It's similar to how he is with Mango. That sort of case of like, he would defend her, and she would defend him if anyone else was doing something towards them. But towards each other, they seem like they're horrible, but they're not. Alright, time to yes, indeed. Whoa there. You've got a wild one. Here. Understandable. This horse recently arrived from the Nord Highlands. He's still young, so he hasn't quite grown accustomed to the stables yet. Does the school normally get horses all the way from the Highlands? Indeed. They're known to breed the best horses. Even the army gets their horses from there. Now then. Jusis gently stroked the horse's neck. Oh, I do enjoy that, sir. You're pretty good at that. When I was younger, I used to go to the stables whenever I felt bored. My brother taught me both how to ride horses and how to take care of them. I'm truly grateful for that. You two are lucky to have each other. I'm not gonna let some snooty noble who learned about horses with a silver spoon in his mouth show me up like this. It's subtle, but he's definitely changed since we came back from our last field study. Feels like he's more willing to be open with us now. Care to explain what you're staring at? Don't mind me. Anyway, we've got a horse to clean. Reen helped the riding club for a while longer, before bidding Jusis farewell. It's... what annoys me like most about this is like 4. It's 4 away. Nothing relaxes me quite like cradling a violin in my hands. Especially since I never had much of a chance to play during our midterms. Yeah, most clubs put their regular meetings on hold while exams are going on. You seem pretty happy though. Is it that obvious, huh? I'm planning on pretty much spending the entire day just playing. After not playing for so long, I'm out of form, so I need to get back into it. Kind of interested in seeing him play. Yes. Would you mind if I listened in? Oh, be my guest. I need to get ready though, so just hold on a bit. It was alright. So, what do you think? I'm impressed. I never would have guessed you'd taken a break from midterms if you hadn't told me. You mean it? Good to hear. Seems like you're really enjoying yourself when you play too. I can practically hear your love for music in every note. Cut it out. You're embarrassing me. Oh, by the way. I've been wondering about this for a while, but... you're a musician yourself, aren't you, Reen? Kinda. What tipped you off? It's just a feeling I had. Can't really explain it, but it's like I can tell if someone has been the slightest bit of musical experience. The slightest bit is right. I used to play the lute for a while back home. That's a pretty impressive sense you have there. You really are on another level when it comes to anything musical. Think you might be exaggerating just a little. Not at all. Most people wouldn't pick up on something like that. It shows the extent of your passion for music. That's something I respect. Passion isn't enough, though. Not in music. If I want to get better, I'm going to need better equipment. But given the compromise, I can't even ask for that. What compromise? It's nothing, don't worry about it. But it's nice to confirm that you do play an instrument, Reen. We should play together sometime. I've got a lot of rust to work off, but I like that. Great, I'm looking forward to it. cover, an auto tier. Huh? Isn't this classroom usually locked? It is, but I checked in on a whim and it was open. The janitor must have forgotten to lock it after he was done. I see. So, what brings you here? I got into an argument with Ferris earlier. She started asking me all these questions about my last name after she found out about Sharon. And you ran off here. How many times am I gonna have to deal with this? She seems pretty upset. Maybe there's something I can do to help her out. Yes. I'm probably not the best person for this, but do you need someone to talk to, Alisa? It's better to let these things out than bottle them up. Reen? Thanks. Whoops, I knew I forgot to lock up. There we are. Would you not check the door? Wait. Did he just lock the door? And why did you two not go like, hold on, we're in here? Like, just... Really? Like, there's 3 people at fault here. 4. We got Noi as well. Didn't even blink right. Seems like it. Guess we're locked in. My luck keeps getting worse and worse today. At least it's not nighttime or anything. I'm sure someone will come by before too long. If only we had a device. Some kind of device to contact other people we know who could alert the janitor and get the door unlocked. That's true, but... so it's just, Reen and me here in the dark behind a locked door. Dark? The lights are on. No, Alisa, focus. This is all Sharon's fault. Wouldn't even be here if Ferris and I weren't arguing about her. Isn't that a bit of a stretch? You wouldn't say that if you knew her. She always does this. Imagine living with someone who knows nearly everything about you, but never thinks about your feelings. And on top of it all, she's always taking Mother's side. Like she did when what? Oh, Sorry, I shouldn't have tried to pry. Even so, you don't really dislike Sharon, do you? I mean, I guess I can't say dislike. It's kind of hard to dislike someone who's been a permanent fixture in your life since you were a kid. See what I mean? If she's going to be at the academy anyway, you might as well try to make the best of it. Besides, she's sort of like an older sister to you, right? Siblings aren't always easy to deal with. You're right about that. But still, it wouldn't kill her to think about me a little more. Not a moment goes by in which I don't think of you, Lady Alisa. Sharon? What are you doing here? Whenever you are in need, I shall be by your side. After all, isn't that what an older sister is for? She knows how to make an entrance, I'll give her that. Can't believe she heard all that. Oh my, I didn't interrupt anything personal between the two of you, did I? I would be more than happy to lock the door again and leave the two of you to whatever it was you were up to in here. Don't even joke about that. Your bond with Alisa is strengthened. Yay. What did we get this time? Auto tier again. Nice work today, Reen. Are you looking forward to the midterm results announcements as much as I am? Sounds strange to say it, but I am. You're looking pretty busy for someone who just finished her midterms, though. You bet. Now that the year's halfway through, we've got a lot to discuss. So much, in fact, that we even reserved this room just to discuss it. There's the Academy Festival. Someone must use the swimming pool next month. There's about a zillion other events. Man, I guess it isn't easy being a student council member. I think you're the last person in the world who'd actually take this advice, but try not to overwork yourself. I guess I'll consider it. Thanks, Reen. He's just as busy as ever. Maybe there's something I can do to help. Yes, of course. Is there anything I can help you with? I've got some spare time and you seem swamped. Really? Then that'd be pretty great. It just so happens that our usual note-taker is home nursing a cold today. Would you mind filling in for her? No problem. If there's one thing I can do, it's write notes. And so it fell to Reen to jot down every idea, both helpful and harebrained, raised at the student council meeting. After a short parade of exchanged names, shaken hands, and slightly too long eye contact, he got down to business. Well, that should cover everything on the agenda. Summer will be here before we know it. I think the pool should be our highest priority. Agreed. We'll get right on it. We should decide who will be handling each task while we're at it. Then allow me to take care of the arrangements regarding the pool. I'll get our documents sorted out. Hand them over to the requisite instructors. You mean it? Thanks. Let me know if anything comes up. Oh, speaking of which, do we have any updates on what we discussed last month? Just a moment, please. Allow me to gather the necessary documents. She's so good at her job that even the upper-class students are hanging on her every word. Guess she didn't just charm her way into office. Several similarly riveting discussions later, the council meeting drew to a close. Thanks for all the help today, Reen. You really didn't need to stay and help me clean everything up, but I'm glad you did. You're always doing so much for us. I'm just trying to return the favor. But you're really something, you know that? And that meeting had a ton of stuff to sort out and plan, but you made it look easy. You're like a human student notebook. Thanks? I think you might be exaggerating a bit, though. I couldn't get a thing done without the rest of the student council. Not a thing. Really? You probably saw it during the meeting. We were able to sort everything out because everyone brought their ideas and opinions to the table. Again, this is what I like about Thors. Like, she's like a manager, she's like a leader. It's like she can see all the variables, listen to everything that's going on and be like, right, this is what we shall do. You do this, you do that, based on your idea, put that together, put that. It's like, it's... The way I described her, it's almost like she's a problem solver. She sees everything in front of her and then figures out the best course of action. Like, that's her one really, really, really good trait. I sit in my fancy chair and act out my role as president, but they're the ones doing all the heavy lifting. I never would have thought of it that way. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I'm really suited to being president. Yes, you are. But everyone believes I am. There's no way I can let them down. Even if I can't meet all their expectations, I want to show them that I'm trying. Wow, guess that's the best anyone in your shoes could do. Still, Towa's at least got that much to guide her. Maybe if I knew what I wanted to do, I had that kind of purpose, maybe I'd know what kind of man I want to be. Reen? Boop. President Towa stood on her tiptoes, straining with all her might to reach up and gently pinch Reen's cheeks. Adorable. What? How are you doing? Sorry, you just looked so stone-faced there for a second. I couldn't help myself. You're a first year. No need to get ahead of yourself. You've got another full year here to figure things out. Wait, you're not psychic, are you? I know how hard you've been working, Reen. I can see it as well as anyone, if not better. I don't know what has you so worried, but your answer will come in time. Just take things step by step. I guess. No, you're right. Deep down, I know what she's saying is true. I start getting desperate. It's going to paralyze myself with fear. Again, just coming to that idea of like, they're back and forth very much like, it's that supporting each other. Again, that's what I like about Towa and Reen. It's like each one of them is helping the other person in their own way, with their own unique abilities. It's like, yeah, it's awesome. We still have a lot more stuff to clean up and put away. But once we finish, I'll make us some tea. Screenshot. That's one way to get me to hurry up. Another screenshot. Thus, Reen and Towa finished their cleanup and sat down to enjoy a lovely cup of tea together. Screenshot. You bond with Towa's strength? Well, of course. Over tea, it would. Wow. Looks like he's really into it. Ah, hello there, Reen. Sorry, I was caught up in my game there. No worries. Sorry if I disturbed you. Is there a big chess game coming up or something? You seem way more focused than I'd expect for just a regular match. Indeed, there is. Not just any match either. It's a match that'll determine the fate of this club, oh my. But I have every intention of completely dominating the upper class students. Dominating, okay. Chess always seems pretty interesting. Could I stick around and watch? Yes, of course. I mean, that's what we're doing right now, is going through all these bonding events, so yeah. Would you mind if I watched you play for a bit? I'm familiar with the rules, at least, and it seems like a pretty involving game, even as a spectator. Be my guest. But if you know the rules, and so do I. But how about we play a game instead? I'm sure you'd have more fun doing that than just watching. Are you sure? Might as well. I'll watch you two, so come on and take a seat here. And that's checkmate. That didn't take long. That was some high-level play, Mango. I didn't stand a chance. It's nothing special. My father taught me to play when I was young. We've been playing against each other ever since, so I had years of practice now. Apparently, he never lost a game back home. He really is the savior of the chess club. Reminds me of playing chess with my dad. The last time we did it, I destroyed him. It was very much a case of like, it was just a simple one-on-one. And I won. I destroyed him. I just completely destroyed him. And he was like, no, you couldn't have played that way. That's not how the rules work. You know, sore loser type stuff. So we were like, alright then, we'll play another one. And it's just a simple case of, we'll do it with the rules that you think exist, which do not. I can't remember what he changed the rules to, but it was just a case of like, basically making it so he could win easier. And to say the least, he won the second game. And then it came to the third game, because it was, it was going to be best of 3. At that point, like, we both won one. Now with these updated rules, and I'd learnt these updated rules that he'd come up with. And I destroyed him there, because now I'd got used to it and understood the rules. He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. So, you were playing against adults ever since you were a kid. That'd definitely explain things. I used to tag along with my dad whenever he went out hunting, but never got that good at it. Sorry. No, I shouldn't have reacted like that. Hunting's not an exclusively noble pastime, after all. It's just not that common in Heimdall. I can imagine. Last month's field study gave me a lot to think about. I come to realize that it's unfair of me to pass judgment on nobles simply for being born into that life. Well done, Mango. For example, I've never met your parents, but I can tell from talking to you that they're good people. Mango. Man, am I glad we made up. Don't start getting weird on me now. I don't really get what you're talking about, but yeah. Friendship's what youth's all about. Speaking of, how about you join your pal in the chess club, Reen? We need as many people as possible if we want to take down the upper class chess club. Sorry, but I'll have to decline. The members of the upper class chess club like humiliating players weaker than they are. This isn't about the fact that they're nobles anymore. They're shaming the very act of playing chess, pure and simple. And Stefan and I aren't going to let that stand. Well said, Mango. Then I'll be cheering you guys on. Good luck, Mango. Thanks. I won't let you down. '73. Right, so I think we should end this part here because we've done all the bonding stuff we can. So in the next part, what we shall do is work on the side quests, which we've got here in Chapter 3. So we've got the... I think we'll probably start with a Secret Admirer. That's probably the best one to start with because that's the most silly. Seems the most fun. Although that one's a bit silly as well. We'll see. We'll get there in the next part. Ta-ta for now.